Yeah, so it is live now.
Okay. So, should I begin?
Yeah, you can start. Check. Yeah, you can start.
Okay. It's rightly quoted by Elizabeth Holmes that entrepreneurship is the engine of innovation. It turns ideas into impact and challenges into opportunities. Good evening, everyone. My name is Ravina Raj Purohit, and I'm thrilled to be your host for today's session. I'm currently working as a marketing consultant at Swalife Biotech, and it's my pleasure to welcome you all to the monthly Dr. A.P.J. Abdul Kalam Innovation Talk series hosted by Swalife Foundation and Swalife Biotech Limited. This series celebrates the spirit of innovation and pays tribute to the legacy of India's most beloved scientist, Dr. A.P.J. Abdul Kalam. This monthly event brings together esteemed professionals from various fields to share their knowledge, insights, and experience on cutting edge topics in innovation, entrepreneurship, and technology. We are here to inspire, learn, and ignite the passion for innovation in everyone's joining us. Today, we are honored to have with us Dr. B. Divya Priya, who will be presenting the second session for the series. The topic of our talk is entrepreneurship and innovation as a career opportunity. I am honored to welcome our guest speaker for today, Dr. Divya Priya, who is a distinguished academic and a thought leader serving as an associate professor of commerce at Kongunadu Arts and Science College in Coimbatore. With over 14 years of teaching experience, she is recognized as an innovation ambassador by the Ministry of Education. She is actively involved as a convener and a coordinator for various development initiatives, including the Entrepreneurship Development Cell at her institution. Dr. Divya Priya expertise spans marketing, finance, and taxation, and she has authored multiple publications in both national and international journals. She has successfully guided MPhil candidates and contributed significantly through numerous seminars and conferences and workshops. Her accolades include the Excellence in Teaching Award 2022, Best Paper Award, and various recognitions for organizing high impact events and contributing to scholarly research. Without further ado, I'll hand over the session to Dr. Divya Priya. Thank you.
Hello, madam. Hello.
Yes, sir. Can you hear me,
Y-
sir?
Yeah, we can start now.
Yes, sir. Sir, I have asked a person to share, Ravina ma'am to share the PPT and let me know she has got whether she has got my PPT or
Um, Actually, I
Y-
can't see, but
You can
you can.
directly do the presentation.
not. Okay,
So
sir.
okay, so you actually have what forwarded this PPT? Okay, okay, I got the PPTs.
Yes.
So just PPTs are loading.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so we can start now.
So, good evening to one and all present here. And I introduce myself as Dr. B. Divya Priya, Associate Professor, working in the Department of Commerce, Kongunadu Arts and Science College, Coimbatore. And I'm here to present a topic on entrepreneurship and innovation as a career opportunity. So, as the famous quotes says that take up one idea, make that one idea your life. Think of it, dream of it, live on that idea. Let the brain, muscles, nerves, and every part of your body be fulfilled of that idea and just leave every other idea alone. This is the way to success. Yes, the journey of entrepreneurship starts from here. In every lifespan of human being, we have at least one idea, and those ideas, when it can be utilized, we are not sure uh, that our ideas can be able to solve the problems of the society. And unfortunately, most ideas get dissolved in the air as there is no guidance or exposure to most people. Today, the government of India has come out with lot of schemes uh, for entrepreneurship to choose entrepreneurship as a career. So, what does entrepreneurship actually means is that entrepreneurship is nothing but the ability and readiness to develop, organize, and run a business enterprise along with any of these certainties in order to make a profit. Because when you consider entrepreneurship, it is full and full of risk. You must be able to first, you must develop the plan of running a business. When you have the plan of running the business, you must know what are the key developments you can do for your business and how to run a business, how to organize each and every resource of your business, because every business have multiple functions. So each and every functions have to be organized properly so that it will make you to earn profit. And when it comes to business, it is full of risk. Risk is there are three types of risk involved in the business. One is financial risk. People with no finance cannot run a business. Now the government has come up with several schemes to start a business, for starting and running a business. And lot of uncertainties. Next is psychological risk. When it comes to psychological risk, change in taste and preference of customers changes over time. Consumer taste and preferences always changes. We are all the consumers, and we do not consume the same product each day. We need change in taste and preferences. Our preferences change according to according to the trend. And finally, social risk. Social risk is when you want to mingle yourself with the people in the society, you have to uh, you have to develop the product in such a way that should be accepted by the society, which is most like of which is that will be dislikes from other other community people. So entrepreneurship, when it comes to entrepreneurship, it is full of risk. And that is it. Entrepreneurship is the ability and readiness to develop, organize, and run a business. And when it comes to entrepreneurship, it is all about a person who creates and manages change by the recognition of opportunities. That is, identifying the need, wants of the society, identifying the needs and wants of the people living in the society, so that when their needs are identified, and if you are able to develop their need into your, if you are able to convert their need and wants in the product development, then you can take advantage so that you can create a venturable business, that is profitable business. Next is, who is an entrepreneur? So entrepreneur is none who the person are often known as a source of new ideas or innovators and bring new ideas in the market by replacing old with a new invention. And it can be classified into smaller home business to multinational company. So anyone who has the will and determination to start a new company and deals with all the risk that go with it can become an entrepreneur. So entrepreneur is the ability and readiness to develop and organize a business with lot of uncertainties in order to make resulting rewards venturable business, that is profitable business. So reasons why entrepreneurship appeals to people as a career option. So choosing an entrepreneurship is to be their own boss and run their own show, to generate an idea that could solve people's problems and to execute a business plan from the ground up. So entrepreneurship is nothing but managing and running a business successfully. So in order to run a business, you must be able to generate an idea that could immediately solve the problems of the society, and you must be able to develop a good business plan, because without a proper business plan, no business can succeed, and to create new job opportunities, thereby helping a national economy to that of unemployment rates down. So entrepreneurship is the driver who fuels the growth of the economy by creating employment opportunities among the local community, among the people living in the society, and to explore all facets of business. So when it comes to business, there are a lot of functions associated with sales, marketing, human resources. So human resources, finance, product and project management, administration, and even customer support. So when it comes to sales and marketing, you must identify the need of the identifying the need of the customer and converting their needs and wants into a product, so that you can take the product to the right customers and sell them with the profitable. So for selling, definitely you need some marketing related activities. Human resources, and human resources function is the most important function in every business. Without humans, no business can succeed. A business can succeed as well as it can be put down, it can be slowed down, because if you are not able to manage human resources. So human resources plays a vital role in the success of running any businesses. So here we have to look into whether we have employed the right people for our organization. Without appointing the right people with a for our organization, definitely they cannot uh, move the work. They cannot execute the works successfully. So it leads to a problems. And finance, when it comes to finance, there are a lot of opportunities available, and a lot of funding agencies, funding institutions, and that comes to people to help them grow as an entrepreneur, and project management, administration, and even customer support. So customer support can be a vital role, because word to mouth marketing is very important concept. If one customer is satisfied with your product, definitely he will refer your product to other customers. So customer is thus the say is thus becomes the king of the market, and to be associated with like-minded people who share the same fiery passion for products and businesses. So we have to associate with uh, uh, people who have the same mind, who share the same vision, who had the same passion for products and businesses. Next is, when it comes to entrepreneurial skill set, it is all about flexibility and adaptability. So, flexibility and adaptability. A person should be flexible enough, that is, to become a successful entrepreneur, to survive and thrive in the market. Definitely, He must be able to know how to adapt for the how to be flexible and adapt to changes by the changes and how to respond for the changes. And one of the key ways is staying flexible. So, one to become successful, definitely he has to remain flexible, and this means he must be able to change the business model, products, or services in reaction to change. And for example, a restaurant owner can might deliver home services, delivery services in response to increased demand for home dining. And next is about proactivity. That is living. It is all about decisions. So you don't have to have to let your day run you. You have to be the CEO of your own business and your business according to your life and priorities. So you have to be your own CEO. That is, you have to be your own boss. And if you let other people's rule over your business, definitely you will put your crown down. So it is full of mindfulness about your business. And next is about technology savvy. Technology savvy is about introducing new models. So, if you want to introduce the new models or new business, new products, or add-on features to the existing products, definitely you must have a department for your organization. So, by continuous research support will help you to improvise your products. So you can just you can do your research with the customers who will share different ideas. Customers will definitely have a different ideas, and that ideas will also work out. And the ideas can be generated with various stakeholders also, including employees. So those who work with your products. So research is very important feature when it comes to entrepreneurship. Next is collaboration and communication. So, collaboration and communication is very important because one might have an idea, but if that idea as a feasible solution to solve the problem of the society, you have to you have to collaborate with the people who is very genius in developing the product. For example, uh, y- uh, about Apple. When it comes to Apple, it is Steve Jobs who had visionary idea relating to the product, and it is Ognick with whom he collaborated, and who is a technical genius. And it becomes now Apple becomes the game changer in the mobile among the mobile industry. Next is all about creativity and problem solving. So, an entrepreneur should be very creative and should be able to solve each and every problem of the business. So, his problem solving ability should become the solution for the people living in the society. Solution in means of product or services for the people living in the society. Analytical thinking. He must be able to analyze there is the gap and why the people have not accepted the product. If an entrepreneur is very analytical in finding out the reasons why the product is not accepted, then definitely he cannot run a business. So in order to make a venture successful, definitely he must have analytical thinking why the product is not accepted by the customers. So identifying the gap goes for analytical thinking. Perseverance. So most of the entrepreneurs, if we say once in a lifetime of their business, will be might have slowed down or might have suffered in any kind of unprofitable segments. It is all about how he picked himself up and never give up policy. That is what perseverance. So perseverance can be accepted, can be uh, is very important to stay focused on entrepreneur goals and how to break down the goals. So goals can be break down into multiple goals. So that one goal will be aiming to solve some problems to achieve the overall goal of the organization, and he must be able to visualize success after attainment of his goal. Next is, what are the functions of an entrepreneur? So an entrepreneur is a person who makes decision. He makes decision every day. That is, this includes what to produce or tell, how much and where to sell the product. So his primary role is to make decision: what to produce, how to produce, to whom it is going to be produced, how much raw materials we have to use for production. So those are all the things. So he must be so day to day decision is very important. And managing the business. So managing the business, an entrepreneur plans the future of his business. So he arranges for raw materials, hires people for work, and tells everyone what to do, and they also check if the plan is being followed. So an entrepreneur plans the future. So he must be able to track how much raw materials is required for next day and for next 6 months. So he must be able to make a make he must be able to forecast everything related to sales and marketing before 6 months, and how he is going to predict the future lies the happening in the lies the happening of every action of his business. Divide income. So income has to be divided to purchase raw materials, to make payment of wages to the laborers, and to as a rent to for hiring the building, and to make payment of tax to the government. So the division of income is very important. Taking risk. So business is all associated with risk. Risk is business is full of uncertainty, and he must be able to uh, able he must have the he must be capable enough of taking risk, and if any losses, he must be able to back those losses also, and create a new method, idea, or product. So he must be, as an entrepreneur, he must be able to create a new method for improvising the product, or as to add on features for the feature in the existing products. So it is very important for an entrepreneur to try new things also. So this will definitely bring more income. Next is, to open the gates of an entrepreneurship, one must have a brilliant idea. One must have a brilliant idea for a product or service that can be used to start a business. So, brilliant idea. That is, idea is very important for a product. So, you have, before idea, you have to empathize. You have to empathize how do people feel for the situation. So after empathizing, you have to go for ideation. Ideation, the stage of ideation is very important, because this ideation stage will be based on the idea, will be based on these real life situations. You have you have heard and moved with the people, and next is, you have to go for innovate. So after ideation, you have to go for analyzing which idea works the most, which idea works the most and which does not work. So ideation, innovation. So based on the ideas that works out to solve the problems, you have to go for innovation. So after innovation, you have to go for evaluate. That is how you have to take your product to the first hand customers. You have to analyze whether the customer likes your product or not, and what are the changes they require inside your product, and what are the pain points they suffer while using your products, and what are the gain points, what are the benefits of using your products. So everything you have to analyze. After then, you have to go for iteration, that is rechecking. So after considering all feedbacks from the right first hand customers, you have to go for developing the product into a complete prototype, which helps you to bring profitable segments, which helps you to turn your venture into profitable one. So do you have a structured, next point is, next slide. Do you have a structured roadmap for creating, marketing, and delivering your product or service? So, structured roadmap is very important. So, you must have a business with proper structure. With structure is very important. What to do next? Who has to respond to whom? Who is authority and responsibility relationship? Everything comes about structured roadmap for creating marketing. So who are the people involved in the production department? Who are the people you're going to recruit in material department? And who are the people who are the people meant for marketing your product, and how your product is going to be delivered in the market? That lies the most. And do you know a network of people who you who you can take your product or services to different markets and who think like you do? So networking is very important. So network becomes the network for any organization, because without interacting with the people, you will not know how to market your product. If you want to market your product, definitely you will be you should know the right person to whom you can sell your products with, to whom you can deliver your products to the customers. So identifying the different markets for your product is very important. And whom you think like you do, that is who you have to identify the person through whom marketing and sales can be made of. So networking is very important for any organization, for any entrepreneur to be successful. Do you thoroughly know your concept, customer, and competition? So before producing your product, the must stage is to analyze your concept very well. Whether you have to know whether your concept works well in the market, and identifying the customer, that is who is going to buy your product, is very important. And how you're going to reach your target market is very important. So target market is all about. So you're going to prepare your product. You're going to produce your product for your target market. That is target customers. So and competition, and who are all the competitors, and how far you can beat up your competitors. And how does your product, and you have to answer this question also, how does your product vary from that of your competitors? What is the unique feature you have in your products that lacks from that of your competitors? You must be able to answer this question also. And do you have enough capital to bring out your idea and keep it running until it starts paying you and your investors back? So enough capital. Finance is said to be the lifeblood of any business. Without finance, no business exists. Finance is more important to meet fixed capital requirements as well as working capital requirement. When it comes to fixed capital requirement, investment in plant and machinery, land, uh, uh, labor costs, that and all. And working capital is nothing but when you want to produce your product, that is day to day requirements. Each and every business requires day to day actions, day to day expenses. To meet day to day expenses, working capital is necessary. So you must have how you are going to use your finance, with whom you are going to raise your finance. Finance should be in the form of both loans as well as in the form of capital. And how you are going to make repayment of capital to the investors who has contributed for your business. So these things opens the gate of entrepreneurship. When you are able to identify all this factors, uh, all these questions, definitely you can create a better products in the market. You can create a good product in the market. So next slide. So here it is. Today, most people call the business as a startup. Startup is different from business as well as entrepreneurship. Startup is all about making a product which is very new to the market. That is, it just have an invention. When the invention goes with commercialization, then it becomes innovation. So innovation, a startup is a company which brings innovative product to the market, and that innovative product will helps to solve the problems of the society, any problems of the society society faces. So when it comes to startup, there are more concessions given by the government of India. So while entrepreneurship, it refers to all new business, including self-employment and business that never intend to become registered. So when it comes to entrepreneurship, it doesn't need to become registered. Startups to enjoy certain privileges, it is advised to go for uh, registering their business. At the beginning, startups usually face uncertainty because of high rate of failures, but a minority of them do go on to be successful and influential. That is, startups is a company which has startup is a company which has come with a new product that does not exist in the market. So when there is no market, when there is no existing market, definitely it will be hard for the startup founders to capture the market, to catch the attention of the people for their products. So there lies the problems. That is the reason why majority of the startup fails. And when it comes to characteristics of startup, there is no history because next slide, sir. When it comes to startup, there is no history for their products. History because the product is very new to the market. So when a new invention is getting commercialized, so when it is commercialized, there will be no history for the product. There is no existing market and smaller no revenues operating losses. Most of these startups will not have any profit. Maybe survive with little profit or maybe operating with losses, and it takes time, at least 5 years, uh, uh, to make the market accept their products. So that's why the government of India has given tax holidays for the tax for the startups up to 5 years for other startup companies, and in case of biotech startup, it is up to 10 years and dependent on private equity. That is mostly their funds, startup funds, uh, or startup companies hold capital from private people, from private investors. So they are more dependent on private equity, and many don't survive because of choosing the wrong idea, or they might not have the ability to market their products. And when the product is not accepted by the customers, these are all the reasons for the failure of the startup company. And one more reason is they don't have the right person for the team, for working on the team, working in the team. So that is also the major reason for failure of startups. And multiple claims on equity. So repeated attempts to raise equity, who invested, that is, equity exposes equity investors who invested earlier in the process of possibility in the process to the possibility that their value might be reduced by deals offered to subsequent equity investors. So at the very beginning, who has invested, and today who has going to invest it. So the existing the people who have already uh, invested might feel bad about this, about uh, the valuation of startup might go down. They might have in their mind, and the investments are illiquid. So when it comes to that is, most of the startup companies rely on private equity funds, and it becomes more difficult for them to convert uh, i- conversion of cash is a challenging task for them. So these are all the differences between startups and entrepreneurs. And startups, when it comes to startups, they don't have marketplace since the product is new to the market. customer. Existing customers don't exist in the market, so they have to catch the attention of the customer inquiries. When your product is new to the market, there will be lot of inquiries about your products from the customers, and startup founder, as a startup founder, he must be able to answer each and every queries raised by the customers. Initial capital, so finding of initial capital is very difficult for any startup companies. So when it comes to entrepreneur is already have entrepreneur as marketplace, because the product is accepted by the society. Only little change in the product goes their way. Customers. Customers are already existing. Customers' inquiries. When compared to startup, customers' inquiries is very less in case of entrepreneur, because entrepreneur is one who has built a successful venture, and just by adding an additional feature to the existing product, and most queries will not rise up. An initial capital is already found the market, and the initial capital which was contributed by private people now be turned into sole person, or he might have public funding also. But startups have business ideas, so ideas are very new to the business. Timetable, they have a timetable for the business. Once they have developed an idea, once they have an idea, that idea should be developed into a product in the next 3 months. So they have a timetable, and after the 3 months, it must be taken to the first hand customers for testing the product. And then finally, after knowing the likes dislikes of the customers and changes, identifying the pain points and gain points, they have to they have to rather go for developing their products. And a strong knowledge, so it is their idea, and it is their concept which works. So they have these, as a startup founder, they have a strong knowledge related to the product development and unique skill. So as a startup, he always have a pride of being an inventor and innovator for his product. Entrepreneurs don't need strong idea, don't need any kind of timetable. They don't have any. Don't necessarily have strong knowledge about the product, and no unique skill is required. So when it comes to startup, it is all about ideas. How you're going to generate the idea, how your idea is going to going to solve the problems of the society, and what all the types of resources you are required to develop the idea, to convert the idea into a prototype, and what all the resources you are going to use after producing the product, how you are going to plan for marketing your products, identifying the trends, and how far you are going to raise your investments, who is going to work for your product, identifying the right people for producing your product. And finally, again comes a certain strategies you work for execution of all the activities related to startup. And when it comes to startup, there are skills and talents required. As the startup grows and evolves, the challenges will also multiply. The role of an entrepreneur is to provide the world with the best products and services. To succeed, a startup founder have to focus on ability to multitask. So multitasking, because at the time of finding an idea and converting the idea, it is only one person who stands. It is actually a one man show, and he must be able to make multitasking functions. So he has to take the products to his customer. He has to test his product, and he has to get the opinion about the products and changes. What all the changes identified, changes required, he has to bring inside the product. So it is all about multitasking. So he must be able to multitask function. Team player. So one man has to play for the entire team. He must have a strong communication skills in order to raise capital, in order to explain your business model, Definitely, you must have a clear cut you must have a strong communication skill and work long hours. So you have to uh, work day and night, ignoring the time gap. Self confidence. You must be very confident because the concept is yours, the idea is yours, and it is you who is going to prepare, who is going to produce the product, and who has done this product. And self confidence, open to change. And in case of any changes, business environment forces you, you must be able to make changes in your product also, or else developing new business model is the need of the hour. Finally, you're very creative enough. Your product should be accepted, and your product should be designed in such a way that is liked by most of the people of the society. Next is, what are the challenges of becoming an entrepreneur? So when it comes to challenges, family pressure. Uh, an entrepreneur cannot handle, and as a startup founder, definitely he cannot handle all the pressures of the business as well as the family. So, work-life balance becomes a challenging task. Managing finance, he is liable as a startup founder. He is liable for answering all the queries thrown by the angel investors, venture capitalists, whoever be, uh, whoever be who has show to him the finance during the time of need. Changing habits. So people's taste and preferences, opinions will keep on changing. So it is very important to identify their changing habits. Stress. So when you lack work-life balance, definitely it will emerge as a stress. It will bring out stress for you. So you must be able to know how to burst out stress also. Handling criticism. At the very beginning, people will not accept your products, and there will be lot of critics from your friends, relatives, and people of your society. So once if you're successful, you will be able to handle criticism. So you perseverance is very important here also. So even if you that is self confidence is very important to handle for handling criticism. Uh, so outcomes of engaging in entrepreneurship, innovation or newness, product or services. So when you're engaged yourself as an entrepreneur, you either you must have an innovation product, or you must bring new product or service to the society. You must be able to know how to organize resources. So resources, when it comes to resources, you have to consider all these resources: finance, people, manpower, marketing, sales, physical and information resource, and creating new product or services. This is possible only when you start conducting research for your product, identifying, that is, knowing about the taste and preferences of your customers. And generating wealth. Generating wealth is when you're able to produce your products based on the need of the based on your identification of the needs of the customers. Definitely you will be able to generate wealth. Taking risk in a business venture, you will be more successful only when you are able to take risk. So risk is a part of entrepreneurship, part of any business. So to make your venture successful, there are a lot of uncertainties, and you must be able to know uh, w- uh, you must be able to predict risk also, and prepare to face uncertainty. So you must be able to you must be prepared to face any kind of uncertainties which will happen in your future. Create job opportunities, and you will be able to, as a successful businessman, you will be able to generate more employment opportunity to the local people of your society, and increase the abundance of wealth generation for the nation. So if you're creating a new successful business, and if your product is accepted in the local market, you can take your product to the national market, and in turn to globalize the market where you can generate more wealth. Finally, entrepreneurship is all about developing your ideas, ability, and readiness of developing your ideas into a successful venture by creating a product which aims to solve the problems of the society. Now I'm closing my session. Thank you all.
Thank you so much, ma'am. It was really an insightful session. So actually, I have got one question. So here is the question.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
yeah, so it's basically you're an innovation ambassador. So how do you see innovation shaping the higher education? Okay, and the education field, and what can institutions do to cultivate an innovative mindset in the students? Because we know, it's basically the younger population who thinks really great, who really thinks about the great ideas. So what can an institution do to cultivate that mindset?
Ma'am, actually, we first go for identify the people with the who has an idea, who has a plan of running the business. Because most people does not, most of the students will not come with an idea, but they have a good business plan. They always come with a business plan rather than the idea.
Exactly.
So this is the thing we lack. Uh, and as an innovation ambassador, my task is to spread the words of innovation and entrepreneurship wherever I go. I used to
Okay.
talk people about business and
Yeah.
innovation. Later, I think after a year I will be become a startup consultant or business consultant talking about businesses to the people.
Yeah.
And next role is to guide the people who has an idea to convert
Okay.
their idea into prototype. So
Yeah.
I will be connecting them as a mentor,
Okay.
and I will help them to reach the right market,
Yeah. Exactly.
identifying the right market. So networking, my
Yeah.
networks, I will be catching the people who with the same networks, and I will connect the people who needs different platforms. That is, I will connect them with incubators in case if they need some incubation support,
Yeah.
incubation platform for working and working space for their products. So
Exactly. That
these
would
are the
be.
things, and I will help them in angel investing also.
Yeah. That's
But
really
when
great
it
in the
comes to
future.
investing, this is the difficult point I used to face. This in finding out the angel investors and venture capitalists for the product, and
Exactly. It is a difficult task, but you have really great plans for motivating your students. That's really good, great to know. So
yeah, ma'am.
uh,
Thank you.
yeah. So I think let me check if you have got any questions. All right. So I think Bade sir is gonna have
Yeah.
some questions. Yeah. So
Hello. Hi, Ravina. Thank you,
Yes, sir.
madam. It was a
Yes,
very
sir. Thank
nice
you.
session. So I just got one question from continuation of the same discussion which you just now had. So, what are the skills actually the student should acquire when they are in college, so that way they can think uh, startup as a career, because entrepreneur I don't think is a career, because entrepreneur is something which is a long term, and you need to work on it. But when it comes to the startup, you need to have a timetable. That's what you said. So as a student, if they want to acquire some skills in colleges, so that way they can start their own startup, what are those skills they should actually focus on?
The perseverance. Perseverance is
Okay.
the most important
Hello.
because more in life of a human being, each and every person will come across certain challenges.
Hello, your voice is breaking.
And this is lack of uh, uh, among the students. Students may think that their ideas may get stealed out. This is the reason why people are not coming. Students are not coming out of are not expressing their ideas. But if we turn them, definitely they can exhibit their talents and skills.
I mean,
So more,
as you like, when we were discussing with Ravina, like, students do come with the strategies, with the plan. Sometimes they also have an idea, but then what I have seen that they come to the stage where they think that somebody should come and invest in my my startup or idea before having actually
exactly.
going to the having a minimum viable product or having a prototyping. So that's the reason I ask you the question, what they should actually have the skills which they we can, when they want to move into startup after finishing their degree, they can
So they
actually
must have a good communication skill. Collaboration skill
communicate.
is also communication and collaboration lays the way. Because one point I have included, Steve Jobs have come with an Apple. For example, Apple, Mr. Steve Jobs have come with an visionary idea, and that is because for a technical genius, he approached Steve Wozniak. Wozniak. So both the combination, both the collaborations have made successful business Apple. So this is where the game changer is. He must be able to communicate his ideas. So communication lies the matter.
Yeah, thank you,
Yes, sir.
Dr. Deve madam.
Yeah, it was a great answer indeed. Okay,
Thank
so
you.
we are towards the end of the session, and now I request Dr. Praveen Bade, founder of Swalife Biotech, to deliver the vote of thanks. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Ravina. I like to thank Dr. Divya Madam for accepting our invite for this uh, you know whole year sessions on innovation which we have planned. So we actually conducted a conference on 15th of October, and that conference we have continued now into a monthly innovation sessions. And as part of this session, madam has delivered a nice commendable talk, and I like to thank for that. Also, I like to thank Ravina for joining us from UK, and she actually has done with very short information and time, has delivered a nice preamble and comparing. Also, I like to thank all the students from Sihagad College of Pharmacy who has joined, and the faculty who has joined for this session as part of today's National Entrepreneurship Day. As part of that, also we actually invited a lot of students to join to this session. So I like to thank them as well. I like to thank the management from Sihagad College of Pharmacy, who actually has be part of this IIC sessions which they have conducted. So I like to thank all of those, and we will continue to increase the awareness about entrepreneurship, startup, and also converting those startup into business. And that's the purpose from my side, from our side, from Swalife Foundation side. And that's the reason these sessions, the innovation sessions, every month we are conducting. So thank you all for joining. Thanks. So
Thank you,
I
sir.
Thank
like
you
to
Thank you
so
once
much.
conclude.
again.
Yeah,
Thank you,
conclude the
sir.
session. Thanks.
Sir, thank you.